Table position. We're going to work with scapular mobility and stability here. Table, you want to make sure your knees are under your hips, so you don't want to be sitting back too far or too far forward on your kneecaps. So you should be knees under hips, and then you want your wrists to be under your shoulders. And we're going to start with the mobility first here, mobilizing your scapula. So here's the first movement you're going to do is retracting your scapula and protracting. Retract, so that means your scapula is coming together and you're bringing it back. And then you're going to protract, and you'll notice my back gets a little round in that protraction. I do work with a kyphotic curve myself, trying to correct that. Here, keeping those arms straight when you protract and retract, okay? Good. Now there, you're going to go elevate the shoulders towards the ears and depress the scapula down towards your back pockets, okay? So up, down. Good. And then we're going to work with rotating, so we're circumducting our body around our scapula or our shoulder joint. Okay, so we're putting them all together there. And then the other direction. You might find this one to be a little more challenging, but just keep practicing it and it will get better. Good. And then if you want to try the next one, we call the panther, what they call panther prowl. So this one does involve you bending the elbows slightly and you're rotating, alternating forward. This mobilizes the T-spine and all those transverse muscles. Paraspinal muscles get some mobility as well, intercostals, and then going backwards. This one is optional if it feels too weird or if you have shoulder injury or pain that you're working with. So be careful with that. Okay, so now that we've done the mobility, some mobility in this position, in the prone horizontal position, we know what retracted is, we know what protracted is. Now we're going to find that neutral position. Okay, chin is slightly tucked, crown of the head is shooting forward, same knees under the hips. And what you want to think about is, like, can you make a Superman chest or Superwoman chest? And that should bring you in a good neutral position. Now if you find that, you might find that your middle back is active there, and maybe even your core is activated. Now from here, we're going to just think about slightly keeping everything stable and just bringing the hand off the ground just a teeny bit. And you should feel your core turn on, maybe even a little bit in your upper thoracic. And then you try the other side. Good. Very good. Now if you can stabilize that position, move on to the next. Reset. Nice and stable. Feel it in your core. You move. Now we're just going to bring that fingertips pointing straight on the ground like so. Okay, shoulders are still square. And how does that feel? Is your core turned on? Good. Then we move to straightening the back leg. Toes are still on the ground. Okay, stable position. If you can stabilize that, then we think about moving off the ground into what we consider a bird dog. So we're going to hold the bird dog here, and you only need to go up so far to get the activation. If you feel like you want to go a little higher, you certainly can, but it's not necessary. So I have the stability, I feel it in my core. I feel my body trying to stabilize that there. Whew. There you go. Same thing other side. Broad chest, Superman chest or Superwoman. Stabilize, chin slightly tucked, crown shooting towards the ceiling, towards the opposite wall. Here, here. Bring it up. You notice my back leg when doing this is nice and strong. Slightly flexed ankle as well, dorsiflexed. Right there. Okay? So, there you go. Give those a try. Let me know how you feel.